Finally, it's done, guys. It is wrapped up. Everything is completed. I know I've been talking about this album for a long time. You guys probably feel like we've been on this super long road trip because I've been talking about it. You're like, hey Jason, are we there yet? I'm like, yeah, almost there. And then 2 hours later, you're like, Jason, you said we're almost there. Are we there yet? And I'm like, yeah, we're almost there. Well, we are here, guys. It is done. Like, I just finished the mixing process this week, and I just sent the files just a couple hours ago. I sent the WAV files off to my mastering engineer, Nick Z, who is in New York. Real quick tidbit about Nick. He does this for a living. Like, he mixes and masters professionally for a living. People pay him, they pay him quite well to do what he does. He also has a mixing and mastering course on the platform that I co-own called Metal Mastermind. And most of you know about that. You're in my guitar courses. That's where all my guitar courses are housed. So metalmastermind.com, you'll find his course called Metal Producer Overlord. Now, I decided to mix myself, and I got a lot of great tips from Nick Z, which I'm very grateful for. But as far as the mastering process, I always like to hand that off to someone who does that on a regular basis. And I feel like you need that second ear, that professional ear. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a professional mixing engineer. I am not. But I like to mix my music. Even if I hired that out, I'd still want to be in the studio, in the room during the process. So I just, sharing my own personal thoughts on that. But yeah, he's mastering the album right now. I want to tell you a little bit about the guitar tracks here, though. This video said, hey, I re-recorded all my guitar tracks with this amplifier. So many of you know, you've seen my recent videos on some new Blackstar gear. Well, I recently got sponsored by Blackstar. First sponsorship was for this pedal called the Amped 3. Now, this is an actual amplifier. It's a 100-watt amp. You can connect this to a cab if you wanted to. No power amp needed because, again, it is an amplifier. Or you can use the Blackstar impulse responses, their cab software that they have, which is what I used for my lead guitar tracks for the album. Now, the lead tracks I recorded with the Amp 3, those were fresh tracks, meaning I had some ideas, but I had not recorded the final lead guitar tracks. However, I did have the core rhythm guitar tracks, what I thought I was going to use for the album for their release. By the way, this album has been re-recorded so many times. There's another story behind that I'll tell on a future video. I'll probably save that for after the release. But I did have the guitar tracks recorded that I wanted for the rhythms. Very happy with them. But about a month or so after getting the Amp 3 sponsorship, Blackstar reached out to me about their new HT Venue MK3 amplifier. This beast you see right here in the corner. So this is a 100-watt tube amplifier powered by EL34 tubes. You can see I've got a nice 412 cabinet here. This is loaded with the Celestion 7080 speakers. Talking about a nice, full, just kind of dark tone here. I love it. When I got this deal, I decided, well, two reasons for this, and I'll be very transparent with you. Two reasons here, okay? I decided to re-record my tracks with this amplifier. One, I just love the tone of the amplifier. Like, I genuinely love the tone, as I thought I would. I've always liked the tone of Blackstar amps. I've played several before I even got this sponsorship. And I actually went after Blackstar. They didn't reach out to me initially. I went after them. I had recorded some promotional footage for a company in Clearwater, Florida, for Digitech. They mentioned they might be working with Blackstar about a year after doing that. And I was like, well, when you guys hear from Blackstar, please let me know. I'd love to work with Blackstar if they'll have me, of course. So I saw them coming out with these amped pedals, the Amp 2, the Amp 3, and so forth. So I reached out to the promotional company. I was like, hey, I see some Blackstar products. Are you guys working with any of these? Long story short, they connected us all together. Amplify 11, they were kind enough to connect me with Blackstar, so everything started happening fairly quickly after that. Again, very grateful. I couldn't be more thankful for this. So I got this amplifier though, and I'm like, I'm gonna re-record my guitar tracks. I love the amplifier. I mean, I just like the tone of it. Now, there was nothing wrong with the rhythm tracks I recorded before. I actually recorded those with the EVH 5153, a phenomenal amplifier. And guys, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, well, this amp's better than that one, because that's all preference, it's all subjective. They're both great sounding amps. I do like the darker tone. I don't know, there's something different about the Blackstar, and maybe it has more to do with the 412 cab, the speakers. There are a lot of different things here, but I just preferred the tone that I was getting from the Blackstar amp. It was a little bit different. It wasn't so like out of the box type of thing. So I went with that. But number two, well, hey, if I use their gear to re-record my tracks, I can say this latest album is all Blackstar. The guitars are done with Blackstar gear. Well, maybe Blackstar may want to promote my album. So that kind of thinking can really just be synergetic, man. Everything just kind of comes together there as one, and it just made sense from all aspects to do that. And I like to share this kind of stuff with you guys. I mean, you know, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, musician, marketer, whatever you want to call me. I don't go to a regular job anymore. I left my regular job 3.5 years ago in 2020. And some of you out there watching, you would love to be a full-time musician or maybe a part-time musician, or even if that's not part of your goal, even if you're, you know, maybe you're just a hobbyist, and that's okay. Maybe you want to start a business, okay? These are the types of things I like to share with you just to kind of help us all expand together, okay? If you've got a really good product, you're working with a really awesome company and you love their product, you love their service, and you see an opportunity to make that relationship even tighter because you already use their stuff, you already love what they're doing, right? And you see these opportunities come up, well, hey, take those opportunities and do something great with them. So I just wanted to share this really just kind of as some business advice and maybe some life advice as well. But anyway, guys, the release date for the album is December 1st, 2023. I will have 2 pre-release tracks. I'll probably release Overcometh, the album title track, early, and I'm gonna release another song called Jai Yin Yin. That's gonna be a pre-release. Now real quick, Jai Yin Yin, that's actually a Thai phrase which kind of translates to, hey, calm down. And that's what that song is about. It's about a person who is just struggling with everything. They're kind of their own worst enemy type of thing, and they're mad at the world and they think everybody's out to get them, and it's just a song about, hey, just, you know, Mai Ben Lai, Jai Yin Yin. That's Thai phrases there. Most of you know, or some of you know anyway, my wife, she's Thai. Now the entire song is not in Thai, it's just that one phrase, that one part of the song. Kind of like Dave Mustaine, or Megadeth rather, a Tout Le Monde. He's got the, you know, the French part in the chorus there. And one of the reasons I'm pre-releasing this song, one of the reasons I'm choosing this song to pre-release, because my wife and I, we will be in Thailand most of November of this year. So I want to have that song out there so that I can promote that while I'm in Thailand and get the Thai folks over there kind of like ready for the release of the album, which again will happen December 1st. Stay tuned for more, guys. I've got some more videos coming out here. I've got another lesson coming out this Saturday. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying my metal riff lessons. I've been putting those out. Try to put them out every Saturday. Sometimes I might skip a Saturday if I'm real busy. And those of you who are on my Patreon, you guys get the tabs and backing tracks. I promise you 3 lessons a month at least. I try to give more than that, but I'm always going to give you at least 3. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, keep it metal.